While they're trying to dig a ditch for you, baby, they be digging themselves deeper in the ditch that they want to put you in. It is insane to me how people don't even realize that they are so overtaken by the enemy that they are playing themselves. See, they be trying to do everything in their power to come up against you. They be trying to do everything in their power to hurt you, to break your spirit, to put a wedge in between you and everything that God has blessed you with. Baby, these people don't understand they can't stop your blessings. They can't do anything to come up against you. While they're coming up against you, they're really coming up against themselves. And I really wish that people would understand this. I wish that they would really get the memo, wake up, smell the coffee, do something. See, they don't understand while they're watching you succeed, they are still stuck in the place that you elevated out of. See, you are no longer in that place and they are upset. They're watching you. They still speaking word curses over your name. They still doing everything they need to do to try to keep their name clear, to try to keep that mask on, to try to still make people believe that they're the victims. People don't understand they really doing it to themselves. See, if they were to humble themselves and do what is right, things would really look different in their lives. But see, they really don't get that you are a highly protected person. And anytime anybody comes up against you, they have really rattled heaven. They have really called your angels to attention. They have really came up against themselves. Baby, you really out here living your best life. You doing everything you need to do to become a better version of yourself each and every day. See, you're not in competition with anybody. You don't care about what people got going on. You don't care about what they got to say about you. You don't care about what they doing, who they with. You don't care about none of that stuff. You care about what belongs to you. You care about the people that care about you. You out here becoming a better version of yourself, doing good, living better. You don't have time for the envy. You don't have time for the chaos and the confusion that people have with them. And they're having a hard time coming to terms with that. They're having a hard time realizing that it's really cut and dry with you. Baby, it is what it is, and it's not what it's not. It can never be what it never was. See, you had to come to terms with that. You had to realize that a lot of people were unworthy of your time, of your words, of everything you had to offer them. See, you can't offer all of your goodness to somebody that doesn't even recognize what they have in front of them. Baby, they didn't recognize that they had a whole ruby. Scratch that. Something far greater than rubies, diamonds. They are stuck in the mentality that they're in, and they tear their own lives down. And they are having to realize in the worst way that they can't bring you down. They can only help build you up. See, the pressure they applied to your life, instead of it tearing you down, it made you better. Instead of you allowing your heart to be hardened and becoming as evil as they are, because you could have let that pain cause you to be just as evil as they are. And you have to know the amount of people that played tit for tat, the amount of people that fought fire with fire, that are still doing it on today. Because I know I used to. I can be honest, baby. I used to. Because I want you to got right then. I need you to know that you ain't getting one over on me, because I got about 5 or 10 over on you. And I can always do it way better than you can. See, that's the thing about the power of a chosen one. Baby, you know the power that you hold. You know that you can be a certain type of way, but you have turned your life over to God. You have chose to live for God. And people got to understand that doesn't mean that that version of you is not here. You know, you laid them to rest, but you don't let people play in your face either. God didn't call us to be soft. God didn't command us to allow people to get over on us, to allow people to continue to lie, steal, manipulate, and do us any kind of way. He didn't call his children to be no pushovers. And you're not a pushover. And that right there causes a lot of static in between you and a lot of people because you're not a pushover. And they can't get down on you like they do the others. They can't control you like they control the others. You don't need them for nothing. You don't need their money. You don't need their time. You don't need their cooperation. You don't need their validation. You don't need their presence. Baby, listen, you don't need nothing from them. And that deems you as a problem. To a narcissistic person that thrives off of power and control, they need you to follow suit with them. They need you to do what they want you to do. And because you don't follow suit, because you have your own mind and you think for yourself and you don't need them for nothing, they can't stand you for that. Oh, they do not like you, and you never cared. You still doing what you need to do every day to become a better version of you. People don't get that they are really coming up against themselves while coming up against you. Things could be so much easier in their life if they were to come to terms with turning from their wicked ways, humbling themselves and praying and really doing the necessary to become a better version of them. They need to keep their eyes off of you. What you got going on can't help them elevate. The more they watch you, the more stagnant they become. I am now offering one-on-one coaching sessions. All of my information will be in the description below. I look forward to hearing from you. I love you. You're going to be all right.